There was something that was told to me a long time ago, and it's helped
Give him
me
the
out.
short bus.
What was it? Stop jerking off on my dock. Put your shirt on in the library. What the fuck would somebody say to you, Jimmy?
You show I wear a diaper and do poetry. Don't friggin' get me going.
We respect you, dude. Fuck that. We're not going to dehumanize you.
Connect before perfect. I was told, and then I was told to think about it.
Damn it, Jimmy! I knew this was going to suck.
No, stop and listen.
He's got a chance.
Tommy does this. When he looks at you and he looks at anybody else, he connects with them.
Holy
He doesn't
fuck.
think about what he's going to say.
Bingo.
But once you connect with that person with eye contact, every person has a different size portal that you enter with the eyes. Some people are guarded, you look a little guarded. If some people are open, you look a little open. See how Tommy's looking at you right now?
He's not even looking at me, Jimmy.
Yeah, no. They measure them equally, but the second to last seat is usually wider because they've measured it up to a certain
Wait,
point.
hold on. Zoom in. Do that fucking Paul Thomas Anderson thing you're doing with the camera. They're making it real dramatic. No, go ahead.
Fucking serious in here.
Yeah.
You just keep going, Jimmy.
You know,
Jimmy, give me the...
Says the prostitute.
Give me the megabus tips.
just go to the
Like an
second to
old
last seat
hobo
because there's
on the
always more
rails.
room there because they measure them up from the front and they go in, and then at the end they won't force the seat. So the second to last seat usually has more leg room than the other seats.
So they take whatever room's left and they just give it to the last seat?
Yeah, well, the last seat, that's right, yeah. But the second to last seat because the other one's against the wall, the seat is against the wall, and that's usually,
Damn, that's like white trash coupon.
Dude, that is fucking
measured out of both of us.
Coupon.
I'm going to fucking remember that every single time I take one now. Second to last seat?
Second to last seat, yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Because they measure it.
Talking to the mic, right?
Yeah, that's him. Now the end is near.
Oh, my.
All right. You got someone knocking on the door, dude.
Oh.
You see him out there? See him out there, dude?
He's going to wet his pants.
Jimbo,
Get
what
in
are you
here.
doing out there? No, don't come in yet.
Yeah, just sit on the couch. Don't start fucking yapping your mouth about nothing. Yeah, just hang out. I like this energy. I like this energy.
Jim, I got a question for you, actually.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask him about that.
Yeah, dude. About what?
Both of us received concerned Instagram messages. Did you ever get beat up by anybody associated with Compound Media?
Never got beat up by anybody
No?
associated with Compound. Never. Why?
There was a rumor circulating.
Circulating on Instagram.
Some guy messaged both of us.
Really?
Yeah.
That I got beat up.
Sounds like
Why
it's.
you looking at me like that?
I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds like it's not
prophecy?
true. Sounds like it's not true. All right.
I'm waiting
No,
to hear
no,
a
I
fucking
wouldn't.
great story.
Why would I be?
I thought that was going to be a great story.
No, I almost got molested by a priest once, though. You want to hear that?
Listen, don't. I told you, don't do this.
Okay, I won't.
Don't
They're
cross
larger. They're larger than life. They're literally larger than life.
Yeah.
I mean,
CrossFit's so
I'm
hard,
peripheral, and I'm getting into it a little more now. But when Rocky III came out and Hulk Hogan was in Rocky III, that shot wrestling up to the hole, it brought it and made it more. It wasn't.
Mainstream.
It became closer to mainstream anyway. But that's what brought everybody out, and it's the old school theatricals back in the day in the 1800s where the actors were big because there was no body mics on people.
Yeah.
So they're big. So it's the old school theater. I love it. Just watching it. I was over.
You love
You still watch it? You used to watch it now?
A little bit now, here and there. I watched Ronda Rousey this week.
I
because
fucking hate her.
I know, but I'm more.
I do.
It's
I
not
hate
that I
her.
like her.
Yo,
I hate
she
it.
sucks.
Dude, I hate her. Let's talk about that.
Here's what's wrong with
I
it.
hate.
You got any facts while we're looking up hot ass Aaron Rodgers' brother?
When'd you get laid, Jim?
The first time I was 22.
No, that's not bad.
I loved her. I loved her.
Yeah.
And she was too good for me, but she
couldn't swim when you choked her in a lake.
Jimmy Voorhees, dude.
I loved her. I didn't want to kill her with my own fucking hands. I didn't want to do
The
it.
bone saw freaked her out.
There you go. Now you're firing. There you
go.
I'll face you now. I'll show you the respect of facing you.
Cut them off to fucking 3-second intervals.
No, I
It
loved
works.
her a lot, and she moved to Hawaii.
Yeah, hot fucking dude.
Yeah, I don't know. This is Evan Williams, everybody.
How you doing?
Very funny comic,
This is an insane room, man.
isn't it? Right? We didn't know it was gonna happen. Squeeze this way. He's not in.
Know your name? You're amazing, man.
Yeah, wasn't that crazy?
That was really
That
crazy.
was really great.
That was really crazy. I like to imagine him in that scene in Jaws when everybody's telling the Scar stories. And then he tells that one for 15 minutes. It's like the longest scene ever. And I just saw a tiger shark, and he's like, it was 1998. Oh, man.
Welcome, dude.
Drunk out of my mind. I was doing a lap dance on Sister Grace, who was my mother's first cousin. All right, on the day of she laughed her ass off, and I felt like a good person because I was drunk, and I went over to my cousin's house, and I went next door, and I heard some crazy story that my cousin did, and the guy wanted to divert the story, and he gave me cocaine. I passed out. The next thing I know, I'm eating like Honey Nut Cheerios in bed. It was the early '80s, and I was done. I said, I can't do this shit.
All right.
We nailed it.
Am I done?
Yes.
Yeah, you're done. You're done for now. For now. If there will be a topic. I was asking you. That was a
Cracked to the captain. It's Rhett Butler. His name was.
Rhett Butler. You
Rhett Butler.
sack of shit.
No, he said don't mess. Because I was right. I didn't. It was my dignity or death. That was fucking my ninja moment where I said, fuck that. That when that friggin' Hulk moment came in.
Yeah.
I said, you're not gonna. I'm gonna cut. I don't care how it is. It's not a joke. That was my dignity on the line. That was it.
That's great. When's the first time you cummed?
Oh God, I think I didn't jerk off till in my 20s.
He sounded exactly like he wanted to. Oh.
No. I
You didn't jerk off until your 20s?
No, I had a lot of wet dreams and stuff as a kid.
You're just coming in the bed all the time.
Oh yeah, I was
you
like,
just
what the
cum
fuck
your
is
bed.
this? I'm going, I'm a boy. What the hell? I didn't.
You're a man now.
But like my mother used to get mad because I would scratch myself, and she said that was jerking off, which confused me. I said,
You know what, Jimmy? Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I know.
I know.
Believe it. That I mean, this is. I
is
did
just from a
cocaine.
cup of
I did
coffee.
cocaine once sober on this couch.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know who I'd fight first. Legit questions, Shane. Who would you fight? Him trained or him untrained?
With Brett, at least you're going to get choked out pretty quick.
Yeah.
Jimmy, if he could fight,
If Jimmy gets a hold of you, you're in trouble.
You know what? I
Fuck
have
yes.
that in me. That's why I don't drink
I know.
anymore. Yeah,
Listen,
right.
we
No,
know.
no, you know because you're instinctive fighters, both of you. and I'm a wild card. No, if we're in the corner and I'm on your side, you do want me on your side because.
Fuck, dude, I'm so hard
Yeah,
right now.
You're right.
I'm hard as shit.
You're literally,
I am so, like I have my hairs are up.
you're staring into the future.
A man dressed like that walks in, he goes, I'm a wild card. You don't want to fuck with me. How are you not worked up? This is the guy.
great.
You're exactly right, Jimmy. You are my number one pick.
Really?
Over,
Yeah.
over Jiu-Jitsu King.
Well, I got the Bruce Banner thing. I'll fucking go nuts. There's no fair fight, fair, nothing. Because I only have one
I
gear.
imagine you fly fishing in the middle of Montana.
Really?
The street
Really?
breaks. The street breaks.
Really?
And you dive in and you come out with a big salmon in the middle of your mouth, and you just fucking feed on it.
Well, I'll tell you a funny story. When I was a kid, we used to. I lived out in East Hampton in Springs, and we had the
Fishing.
casters. And we cast it from the marina. And it was like, this is how long ago it was. It was like, I just saw Jaws 2. And I went flying, and I was getting hot, and I was catching. I jumped, and someone threw like a sand shark head in the pool, and I swang in, and in those marinas they have the seaweed, and I saw this shark head. It was about this big. It was little. I was scared as shit. I jumped out of the water screaming. It was like right after I saw Jaws 2. So it was like 79. And I was screaming my ass, but
How old were you?
16. I'm 56 next month.
Oh, nice.
I look pretty. I had to lose some weight though. My belly. I do the East Side Dave show, and I get a belly because I do a diaper poetry. I'm fucked up. Okay.
Wait,
but
you say diaper poetry?
Yeah, I do poetry in a diaper. It's that crazy. It's that
Fuck.
Yeah.
Let me guess.
Go watch what?
Let me guess. You're not married.
No, I'm not married. No
kids.
No kids, but I date.
What are you, some
divorced.
kind of fortune teller?
My last
I
two.
take shits and
I
do
love-
poetry. What?
No, I played into that whole progressive thing with the crazy artistic girls, and they, were in control of their bodies and stuff like that. And I loved that, and they dumped me, and they treated me like crap.
Yeah, you got to find a bitch that you can control.
Well, you know what?
None of these fucking poetic
not
bitches.
for nothing, but you want some stability, so
Yeah.
you want someone to like you. You
Yeah,
know,
dude. That's why my sentences don't rhyme. You just gotta fuck them up.
Yeah.
Right? I guess so. So So you're kind of a dirty prose guy. Like, I mean, I like
just-
poetry. I mean, I'm.
I mean, it's gonna be fun though. I mean, like there's an element of sorrow and as Jimmy said in his Hold Superman shirt and his fishing pants,
2 weeks in a row.
his fucking tube socks with his
I
goddamn
have to
aqua socks on. He gave you a good mention of advice to say.
Yeah, it was nice.
You hang in there and you
Yeah.
surround yourself with people that
Or batshit crazy.
are batshit crazy.
Yeah. Which I got to be honest hasn't helped. Dude, coming home to our roommate Steve walking around.
I forgot you
Reality
guys
chicks.
I forgot you guys don't party.
No, we party. I don't take acid and meet chicks. No one's ever done that. What kind of chick are you meeting after taking acid? You monster. Stop walking through the woods and meeting some fat-bodied, freckled monster.
What's wrong with being a fat-bodied, freckled monster?
Shane,
Shane,
listen,
you come with me.
stop
We'll take
it.
acid together.
Stop it right now.
Look, thank you guys for all your advice. Everyone here. I know all you guys are the masters of getting pussy. But, no, I know. Shut up, Jimmy. It's a fucking joke. Jesus Christ. Look. I don't know what your point was earlier about I need to look people in the eye. I was talking about I can't text to people. I can't text a relationship to life.
But you're gonna meet them sooner or later. The point.
I'm not going to meet these fucking dirty bitches.
What the fuck you? Then what the fuck are you wasting your time for? You're gonna meet them. You meet them.
Yeah,
you
maybe
meet
I'll
them.
meet some. But look. The point was,
Don't get mad at me. I love you.
I'm not mad at you, but I'm saying the point that the discussion me and Tommy were having was I am not good online. In person, I'm fine. In person, I can talk to anybody. But
One thing I like about you, like I watched your video after
all
the first time I
positivity
came
on this show.
Yeah, dude.
I
like
jerked
this.
off to you, both of you. But no, you are a really good story. You tell a story.
Very true.
But I mean, you are. There's a glint in your eyes that you don't see with a lot of comedians. There's a glint in your eyes when you tell a story because there's more than just the joke when you tell the story, and that's cool.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
You been reading my YouTube comments under my "This is not happening"? Is that what's
Yeah, this is not happening.
yeah, dude?
No,
Fuck
I
yeah.
haven't. I just did like the first time I met you guys.
How you doing, pal? Good to see you.
You guys are great. You've been doing great.
You goddamn right.
The show is great.
The show is great.
Yeah, you guys are
Go
great.
over to the couch there,
Fuck
Jimmy.
yeah.
Hey, Jimmy, get on the couch. I want everyone to see.
All right, okay. I'll go.
You look like a wild thornberry.
You better tell us how many trout you caught today. Look at this fucking outfit.
No, I'm a dog walker, so I have all my stuff in here, my phone here, my.
Damn, dude.
makes
You got
sense.
the headphones on? Are you listening to this show live? Are you
I-
like fucking
I listen to-
Bartman at the fucking Cubs game?
What's that? Say that last part.
Nothing. I was making fun of it. It wasn't good enough to repeat.
No, you guys are doing great. Your second show was awesome.
Thank you.
You know,
Yeah.
it was kicking off. You guys were bouncing off each other.
Thanks, man.
Should I be praising the show during the
No.
show? I
No,
don't know.
don't do that.
Fuck
No,
yeah.
yeah.
Let's talk about Shane getting too high and making an ass
Where
out of
you were
himself in
at
front of your cousin.
Skankfest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they did the reunion for.
Oh, they did the tough
for
crowd
com-
reunion.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, Nick DiPaolo was upset because he didn't make it. They didn't communicate to him well. He was on Nick's show the day after.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, last year, yeah. But what was it good? Was the whole thing good?
Think he's fucking
Jefferson,
with
she
us.
gave me the car. I was on work. I was on whatever the
Disability.
benefits were, disability. And they wanted me to stay on disability, and all I was doing was drinking. I said, I'm done with my
Hell yeah.
career. I'm not going to do anything. And I'm partying. It's 1997. I had hated baseball because of the strike the years before, and I got back into baseball because of the Sammy Sosa McGuire thing. So I'm going and I'm watching the 97 World Series, and I'm a regular at the bars, and these guys are nice. And there was a place called, it wasn't the Dublin Pub, it was some friggin' place on the top of the hill.
Jimmy, we have a show to do.
When did you
we-
get popped in the fucking head?
I need you to talk about how you got hit in the head.
I was dancing with a girl,
Hell yeah.
okay?
You try to finger her?
No, I didn't try to think. I was making out with her.
All right.
All right. And she liked it, and I fell in love because I'm a
And
love
this is
guy.
during Sosa McGuire.
So I'm with my friend. She's a girl, and I'm with her boyfriend. And she comes to bed and says, some girl crying in the bathroom. I said, what? She runs out. And I'm going, what's going on? What happened? In the front of the bar, there were bikers. So I ran out to run out, and I said, you know, are you okay? You okay? I'm a nice guy. I'm not like anything. And I ran out. And I turned around. She rolled down the window, and I'm going, like, what the fuck? I didn't warrant anything. All I did was kiss her. I didn't finger her.
Yeah.
You know? And the guy cold cocked me, and I went down.
Damn.
And I have a white spot in the back of my head. I can't grow color on the back. But now I'm all white and silver. But right
Oh,
there.
I see it.
And it's. I was like, boom. I forgot all about it for a week. I knew something was. I got up, and I went right over to like something called the Dublin Pub and got an Irish coffee and drank it. That's how it's, because that's all I, I was on fucking disability.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I did that, and I went home and I knew something was up. And then I remembered the story because I went back to this place, which I was going to like every other night. And I said, what happened? And the bouncer didn't even help me. He said, oh, you stepped outside. The guy, he told me right off the bat. I said, why didn't you guys say so? Give me a heads up.
Yeah, he did. He gave you a heads back.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the guy, and then I remembered what. Oh shit, that's what happened. I
That's
knew
what
something
happened.
was up.
You got fucking knocked out for fingering
God
a chick
damn it.
during the home run
I
race.
like how
Hey!
you guys, somebody in the box just lit his fuse, kicked him in here. Holy fuck, you are fired.
What a debut, dude. You
I'm
didn't-
sorry, man. You
No,
guys
no,
are
no.
Don't
right.
be sorry.
No, I
Don't be sorry at all. That was wonderful.
You know, but
I love
I
the energy.
I should have learned how to fight, but that was I didn't. I was very skinny back then. I was like
So you would get
127
bullied.
at the
What
time.
happened when you get? What was the best bullying you ever got?
Bullying I got a whirly when I was in middle school.
You actually got a fucking swirly?
I got a swirly, yeah.
That's a head in the toilet,
in
right?
the 70s,
Head in the toilet, you
so they
flush
did,
it.
yeah. I was 7th grade, and I got one by Brian Shacklet, his name.
Brian Shacklet, you
look like
fucking
this?
sack
yeah,
of
yeah,
shit.
He was like 7
look like
foot
Shane?
tall. But yeah,
Shane.
a dirty prose guy. Like I mean, I like
just-
poetry. I mean, I'm I read Shakespeare, and I'm an actor, and I guess I'm half a fag. Look at the way I'm dressed.
Yo,
No,
yes.
I don't know. I'm
What
like
a
a
start.
big,
Huh? What a start to episode 3. What a fucking
I
start.
guess I'm
I don't know, I
half a
guess
fag. I don't know.
Drew
I would have never predicted
Drew
this,
is
and
not
this is
the
the
number
best
one
part.
man. It's given me more publicity. I love
This
Drew.
is great. This is great. No, this is
Yeah.
exactly what we wanted. Who the fuck knows what's going to happen on a fair one?
You
This
guys are, but you got awesome. Once you got the bumpy. First episode was a little bumpy, but like second it popped.
Bingo bango.
It popped. Man, you guys were popping,
And here we are.
So don't criticize yourself.
No,
you're not. That
That's
was
his
very
problem.
good.
That's his problem.
I know. Don't. You got
I
it.
tell him all the time.
You're smooth as
This
silk.
show sucks.
It does
Episode
not
3 is a
stop.
big
No,
step
no.
back. Episode
Don't do
2,
that.
we found a little.
And they wet themselves or something to get excited. What do we do in that situation? She was like scratching her head.
Fuck him. You gotta fuck him. I mean, I don't know how
Jimmy wants to fuck you so bad.
He came
He wants to
hot
fuck
off
you
the press
so bad,
talking
dude.
about. I mean,
Would you fuck Tom?
No, I'm not
not,
into
dude?
that. I'm not.
If you,
what if I dressed up like
if
a?
you were into guys, you would.
If I dressed up like a priest?
Look at him, dude. He's.
What if I put one of those priest collars right on the edge of my chin?
right on your chin. Oh, no.
All right, guys. I knew this was going to get.
Cumia, Anthony's brother, beat the shit out of one of Colin's cousins. And it was
you?
killing me because I was praying and all that I was holy that it was Jimmy, but it wasn't. It was his other cousin called Tim Gage. I wondered if Jimmy, knew anything about that.
Oh,
That's right. Yeah, Tim's like an older brother. He's like my older brother, Tim. But Tim told me that when I met Joe. Tim said, you tell Joe, and Joe said, yeah, you could probably kick my ass now. So they're all friends now. And
Oh,
stuff.
good. They're all friends now. Good.
Yeah. So now
What was the fight over?
I have no idea. Just not 1970s aggression.
it was that long ago?
It was that long ago, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, Connor, let some shit go, man. We all have fights from
Okay.
fucking 3 decades ago.
Hey, Shane, I got one other thing to ask you real quick. What kind of skull is that in your pocket?
It's terrible, dude.
Citrus, long cut. Skull.
Yeah.
The reality.
Absolutely.
Certain things you don't like, certain things you do. But
Yeah.
why not go if
Dude,
you
I
don't
love
agree
this.
with-
I love this fucking Sandlot look you got going on with this hat. This is
Star Trek.
this is new. What is it?
Star Trek. It's Star Trek, and I got a Star Trek.
Which generation is your favorite?
I like the next generation. I
So
like
that's with
you know what?
Patrick Stewart, right?
I say Patrick Stewart taught me how to stand up straight and William Shatner taught me how to walk with swagger.
One time
That's
when
my
I was
thing
Nobody came harder than
Jimmy.
than fucking William Shatner. did.
Jimmy, no joke. One time I was like 5 or 6 years old. I had a Phillies hat on and a Phillies shirt, and my brother made fun of me so hard for wearing the same brand top
Why?
and bottom
I don't-
because it's ridiculous. And I appreciate your love for Star Trek.
I had a Met hat and a Met shirt on yesterday. I'm glad I didn't come in with that shit.
Guys, I don't think that mic works. I
doesn't
just
matter,
want to say hi to you.
Hop on.
Does my mic even work?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, what are you
I don't
guys
know if
doing
we're
here?
live.
This is a trick podcast.
I don't know if we're going yet. The music didn't play at the beginning. I don't know if we're on.
It didn't play. We didn't get the joke.
Shit,
We're
he's-
missing him hardcore. He might just have. He said he was a little sick maybe yesterday.
He's definitely dead.
Yeah, you probably threw a tennis ball into the East River
Yeah, he chased it.
and then chased it.
Yeah, he's definitely. If he's missing this, he's dead. Does anybody talk to Jimmy?
I don't obviously actually has his number. You know, so
Why don't we call him up?
because we don't have his number.
Nobody knows. Dude, Jimmy is.
But if he's watching, and I have a feeling if he's alive, he might be. Jimmy,
We're talking
you call
about
up.
a dead friend, and fucking Rory wants to talk to Shane about Notre Dame. Put him on.
Yeah,
Yo.
put me on. Here's the deal. First of all, Jimmy is slowly digesting the banana, thinking about you, Tommy Pope.
Hell yeah, dude.
Motherfucker, I love you.
Hell yeah,
Also,
dude.
I love
your
you
power.
at all.
Mine.
Yeah,
You take all the pictures off? Of
No,
social
there's
media of you
still.
and
I
her?
still have pictures. Yeah, they're still up there.
Get them out of there.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
got to get him out.
Get them
All
out.
right, I will.
Put them in a folder that you'll never look
You know what's
at.
weird? There weren't that many.
Yeah.
That was a weird thing of.
Well, now you know why she broke up with you. I got that. Good thing he's here, huh?
Shane, don't get mad at me.
Tommy could fucking sneeze, and Jimmy would be like, "Oh, wow."
Can I tell you
First of
why
all, he's got
I think
great taste.
He does.
Great taste.
I think you had the best advice about both of you getting a dog together and working on the pace of a committed relationship.
Yeah.
And then they started talking about kidnapping and killing the fucking dog. It's the best advice.
Jimmy,
they
you're
have.
the dog that we're going to bring into the
Oh,
house.
that's right.
Dude.
I'm a dog woman.
Oh God.
But
Rub your face in your.
Imagine
shit.
every morning just Jimmy on all fours going, "Oh, what are we going to talk about today, everybody?
Does have a
I've been
very.
waiting for you guys to get up."
Is that
kinda
like,
like
if you
me.
call her, you'll be like, I'm just checking on the dog.
No, I would.
Would you put it to sleep like you did our relationship?
This was a mistake.
I think this is why you
was
brought me
a bit
on.
of a mistake.
Isn't this why you brought me on?
Have you been?
And Andy, no, I'm just trying to relate.
Have
to
you
it.
come in a
in a
trans
man's mouth?
person? Yeah.
No, only
Seen you
women's
be
mouth.
wild. I feel like you've probably.
Yeah, I'm a wild boy, but it's only been women for sure.
Oh yeah, you hear that?
Hell yeah.
Only women for sure.
Dude. Only women for sure,
Yes.
dude. Alex Jones only fucks women, dude.
This is the straightest show in America.
Straightest fucking dick.
Only half the people in this room have come to the dude's mouth, dude. This is the straightest fucking show ever.
We fucking common women, dude.
This is gay, dude. You're gay. You like that, Jimmy?
Fucking common women, dude.
Stop it, dude.
Okay, all
Not
right.
how this goes. It's not how this show goes, dude.
Come back now. What?
You,
That's not a
Jimmy.
question?
No, I was making fun of Jimmy's laugh. Last time I was at church, friend's funeral.
No, on your own accord. On a Sunday.
I decided to go to that.
When? Not the funeral. When's the last time you were like, I'm going to go to the church. I'm going to clap louder, Jimmy. Hi, guys. I'm Tommy Pope, and this is A Fair One with Tommy Pope and Shane Gillis. Look at this boy. And we also have a couple guests. We have the great John McKeever, our love interest. Look at that boy. And then Jimmy boy.
Because they measure it.
Talking to the mic, right?
Yeah. That's him. Now the end is near.
Oh, my.
All right. All right,
So I
Jimbo.
face the-
Jim, chug that wine, dude.
So when you saw this
Can't,
dude
if I
throwing
chug
up,
that wine, forget I'll be making out with John.
you're already shitting your pants.
Do it, dude. Where's the fucking nunner?
No, he's not coming this week.
No nunner this week.
No
Yeah,
license?
before you born, I
Jim,
driver's
Jim,
license.
do not
drive for real?
speak on
No, I
black
haven't
people.
in a while, but yeah, I can drive.
Do I look like it? You look at me like,
No, I
look
mean,
at
like,
people.
you-
I ride my bike everywhere. I'm a cyclist.
We're talking about
So
cars,
I
Jimmy.
know that, but but as a cyclist, you know who are good drivers or not.
No, that's
Yeah,
not
you know
fucking
it is true because I move out of the way for people, and I'm pretty defensive cyclist because I'm not an asshole. But when people get in my way, then they're really the asshole because I move out of the way. Because if you're coming too close to me when I'm moving out of the way,
So you're saying you're a good driver because
think
you're
I
a good
said-
cyclist,
yeah.
but you don't drive.
I haven't driven in about 8 months. Okay, so I mean, no, I'll
Now,
get
here we
the
go.
car and-
Where'd you go 8 months ago?
Yeah, where'd you?
Where
Now
the
we're
fuck
talking.
did you go?
Kill.
My mom's. I didn't kill anyone. I didn't kill anyone.
My mom to kill her and bury her.
I love my mommy.
I cycled her ashes back here. Is it going to be
No, I'll
concise?
tell you. I'll tell you what
succinct?
happened. No, I'll tell you. You know, like when I first had to learn how to use the
Jesus Christ.
internet. Do you want to hear it or
Yeah,
I
yeah.
won't say it?
Say
if
it. Who gives a
bothers
fuck?
you.
Shut up. Say it.
I was going. You know, you're learning how to use Google for the first time, and I said, "Oh, let me check up on Father Joe." And as I remembered, a 20-year memory was blocked. I said, "Oh my God, that's why he got kicked out. He had tried to touch me. I blocked it out of my mind." And the pastor walked into the room and stopped the whole thing. And then he was sent away, and I still didn't figure out as a kid that he had done that. He walked in, he was like touching my leg, and he was telling me that my essays were like, someone thought they were like women and stuff like that. I had forgotten all this stuff. All I had was the good memories. And nothing happened.
You didn't finish?
But I finished. What do you mean finished? There was no sex. There was nothing. I didn't
all right.
know.
I wasn't sure if
didn't
you
know what
knew.
it was. I was just an innocent.
So
14-year-old.
no one came.
No one came. Sorry, no one came.
So you're not a generous lover.
I'm not.
When is the first time he's legitimately? Is this the first time you've ever spoken about this?
No. In fact,
No chance. This is the first time today.
2 years ago.
3 times.
2 years ago, my friend
You know
taught
the
the
falafel guys?
archdiocese,
I
and
told
she
them
wanted
to.
me to take over her acting class, and I had to take a class called the Veritas class. And they had a nun from I think it was from Philadelphia, who teaches this class within the states here that has to be taught if you're going to be teaching kids. And she brought up and they showed all these films and the friggin' dramatizations were all bullshit. And me and this other teacher, when we confronted her at the break, I said, what are you talking about? And I said these dramatizations, the person can be just a nice person. Why are you doing these dramatizations? And not one mention of priests molesting kids. And she was trying to take this whole stand that, they prove that celibacy doesn't cause child molestation. I said, nobody said that to begin with.
Oh, it's part of it.
Yeah, but it was all
definitely
part of it was all BS. I was like, why are you just throwing that at us? It has nothing to do. None of us are priests, but it was teaching us how to recognize certain behaviors about leaving doors open. Well, then leave the damn doors open.
Did you
But they said-
finish?
What?
Did
I
you
finished
finish?
the course. I passed the course.
Oh, nice.
I wrote a whole friggin' essay, and I sent them my friggin' report, and I wrote more on it. I was
Did you
just
finish that?
Oh, no, there was no calm.
All right.
No. Sorry, I'm sorry. It's not as exciting.
No, man.
No, it is
But
exciting. I've been forgotten by the political system. Jimmy, dude, you ready to start a fucking band or what?
No.
You know, get a garage going, dude.
Total bassist. Total bassist.
I don't know why. Why the fuck would I do that? God damn it! It's so funny. It's funny.
Keep throwing to him.
No, I think that there's a lot to say about being content with life, no matter who's in your environment. I think it's glad to have an opinion, but if that opinion starts making you miserable and you're always trying to be right within your social structures, it's just going to make you miserable. I have opinions. I do read, but when you read a lot, all you're doing is getting narratives of people's other opinions. And I just like to really enjoy my life, and maybe I'm just a little fucking flower child, but I just like enjoying the people I'm with on the moment.
Jimmy, there we go, baby.
I'm hot for you right now. I'm hot for you right now.
No, you don't fucking like me, dude. You want to fuck Tommy, dude. Get off Tommy's dick.
No, fuck that.
No,
I love you both. I love you both.
So he's wrong?
Tommy,
He's
hold on.
wrong for being Team Tommy?
Tommy fucking
I'm not
Team
team-
Tommy.
no,
Yes,
no,
now that you
no,
say
no,
shit
I'm-
like Team Tommy,
Yes.
anybody that's
Why is
on
that
your
wrong?
fucking team
Why
is
is that
wrong.
No,
He's a flower child. We're flower children.
I just,
I agree with you. I agree
one
with
of my
you, Jimmy.
good friends is Gino Bisconti, and Gino
Oh, hell
Bisconti
yeah,
is one of
dude.
the most content human beings in the world. And I was miserable for the last 8 years and stuff like that. And if you hang out with him, or you know, like I'll talk to him like we had a conversation like at 1:30 to 2 o'clock in the morning.
We're
one
talking
day.
about you and Gino Bisconti talking
Yeah.
right now?
What? Yeah, me and Gino, and it just you got to find the contempt. You got to find the beauty of the moment because it's fucking fleeting. Moments are fleeting, but if you find
I wish
it,
this
you
fucking
enjoy your
story was fleeting.
life. It is fleeting. Now I feel like shit.
Now I
Now I
feel
have a
like
reason
shit.
to work to be better. You know, that's all. To when I was drunk.
Yeah, you said
had all burn
you
marks
you ate out
all
that
over.
burn victim that
What
one
was his
time.
I didn't eat her out. I wouldn't
You said
do
you
that.
went
It was
down
the
on a burn
80s.
victim.
It was 90s.
You
It
had
was
3
90s.
Michelob Ultras and went
92
down on a burn victim.
That's one Miller Lite.
What happened? I
You
didn't.
had 3 Michelob Ultras and then went down on a burn victim, right?
Yes. 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 That sounds great. Yeah.
It does sound good, doesn't it?
You were Uber delivering her aloe.
That's right. That's right. Aloe vera. Right. The plant. I
Sunburn
carried it,
cream.
Wiped it all
You were
over
like, I don't know if
burn
this is
marks.
going to work, but maybe this will.
It is. Let's re-wrangle this. This is.
Wrangle it in. What do the people
Do you,
want to
do
hear?
you know that Rocky 3 is 36 years old?
Not this.
You were talking about where the statue was? You were talking about the Rocky statue?
Yeah.
It's 36 years
Cut
old.
his mic.
The statue itself?
No, the movie is 36. Was 36 this week? Last week was 36 years ago.
I love it if there's a Rocky 3 statue.
Yeah, it is the Rocky 3 statue.
Punching Clubber Lang.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. dude.
Oh god.
Kirk was a burner.
How we feeling? Yeah?
Yeah.
That was a good one.
We only get an hour?
What are you doing?
Oh, I don't know.
Are you wrapping it up?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel.
Yeah.
Push it, dude. At least
Keep going.
Push it.
An hour and
Let's
20
push
minutes.
it.
What do you want to do?
We do whatever we
It's-
want. Whatever the fuck we want.
We were just talking about Star Trek.
No, I don't want to talk about Star Trek.
Talk about your first gay experience.
I actually had one. But I didn't know it. It was a tranny in Pittsburgh, but I didn't know it was a. I
Damn,
was
you hooked
drunk,
up with a
so it was
tranny in
town.
Pittsburgh?
I was in Pittsburgh. I was doing a show over at the what was it called, the Benetton Theater
Yeah.
in Pittsburgh, the big
You
theater. I
were
was
busting
doing,
tables at a show.
No, I was,
No, he was
I
an
doing a
actor.
national
He was
tour.
an actor.
And I used to hang out with my the gay guys in the cast. They were the funnest guys.
Yeah,
Everyone
of
else
course
was
they were.
miserable.
They're
Always.
fucking dynamite,
So I
dude.
hung out, and I got to meet some straight girls at some gay clubs because I was, pretty cool about it.
Yeah.
And one day I
bet
got
you were,
blitzed
Jim.
out-
Progressive.
I got
bet you were,
blitzed out of
Jimmy.
my mind, and I thought I was with like a Robin Givens, but it was more like Roland Gift.
Oh,
It's like, what the
yeah.
fuck? And then,
Great
I know,
references.
and it was
You told this
sick
before.
rep.
Go
That's
ahead.
what it was. I thought I had this beautiful black woman, and we were going to go to my hotel, and he slowed down, or whatever the pronoun is. I don't want to get yelled at. And as I'm walking away, and he is turning, I'm realizing
Just commit to it.
He
It's
is
a
not
she.
the pronoun.
and I realized, I said, oh my God, I was sobering up. I was walking to like the Doubletree Hotel that was there, and I was like,
Good
oh my
hotel.
God, holy shit.
Good
Then I got
hotel.
pissed. I was pissed because I felt like I was lied to.
Wait, what are you
What's
pissed
that?
about?
I
You
was
didn't do
drinking.
anything.
What did you
You're one
see?
of those guys.
I didn't see anything. I got a blowjob in a friggin' porn shop.
How'd you know it was a man then?
What?
How'd you know it was a
I
man?
knew. I just knew. I
The
was sobering up.
mouth, huh?
I think it was the mouth, but I didn't care at the time.
So some black dude blew you in a porn shop in
Well, it was a
Pittsburgh?
tranny.
Slow down,
Yes.
Jimmy.
It was I mean, dressed like a woman.
Yeah,
What do you think
I
about
was-
that?
I've been.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Wait a minute.
I think that was episode 2.
But
Yeah,
that
episode
is-
2.
that is
We
a
had a
gay
big
experience,
training
right?
talk in
If I
episode
knew it
2.
or not.
Yeah. Can't repeat too much information on these shows.
Sure, yeah. No, you want to stay fresh every time. Yeah, I got it.
All
Burn
new
victim
content.
in the tranny,
Hey, don't keep your hat way too high. You know
Is
what I
it
mean?
too high? Is
And
it
your
too-
head
is
up.
it- should I do this? That better?
Whatever you're doing is fine.
Okay.
None slept with trannies before.
Good for him.
I have not.
Yes.
No, I
Let me
haven't.
tell you something.
100%.
I believe that he has not.
I know you
I
and your
haven't.
stories.
I've double teamed girls with a fella.
I love how you went extra masculine. Nothing to do with what I'm asking.
I've never banged a tranny though.
Huh?
I've never banged a
Bang, I got
tranny.
blowjob, but they
This guy's banging trannies right and left.
Still defining it.
I ain't banging. I got a blowjob.
Blowjob.
And then he got mad at it. Then he got mad. He was like, I got fucking tricked. You damn dirty tranny. You tricked me. You can't get mad at him.
I did. It was my reaction. I can't. I did.
Nah,
I don't know if it was right or wrong. I did get mad.
He
I
sucked
felt
your dick,
betrayed.
dude. He was doing you a very nice favor.
How was it?
It wasn't.
Yeah, was it a good suck?
I don't know. No, I don't think it was. Something was in the back of my head that didn't say was. But I was like,
I mean,
let's go back.
yeah.
No, I wanted to take her back to my hotel. I'll say her because I thought it was her. Back to my hotel and have intimate relations.
Here's the thing about
I want to take her home.
kind of
build a
thinking
house.
you're coming in.
That I know there's an
Yeah,
ad
but it was-
about.
Oh,
maybe it's fake.
Yeah, well,
But
yeah,
there was
that
one
it was.
dude- there was a
fake.
dude
That-
getting
that
carried
she
away
was
by
not-
authorities.
They
Shut-
slowed
Jim,
it
Jim, you gotta
down,
shut
and
the
she
fuck
was
up.
in front,
Jim?
and then they did a thing with it.
Can you hear?
I heard
All right, good answer.
I died on Times Square listening to you. I was on my bike listening to what was going on. Shit, and then he's going like he's saying I'm fucking his girlfriend. And shit.
Oh, you were listening live to that?
Yeah, dude. That's a fan. It's a fan.
No, I appreciate. God damn it, Jimmy.
Yeah,
That's
Jimmy.
very sweet.
Talking about college football when the season
Jim,
starts for the show.
shut the
All
fuck
day,
up.
all day, Jimbo.
We're closing out.
Okay.
So listen.